as I'm here today doing a video that I have been a bit reluctant to do, and that is the what I eat in a day video. So before I get into the whole actual video, I have a disclaimer for you guys. I am a low-carb, high-fat pescetarian, and I have been since 2012. If you want to know what that means, I suggest you Google it. But really quickly, what it means is that I keep my carbs low, my fats high, and I don't eat meat, but I do eat fish and seafood. I eat this way because it makes me feel good. It keeps me healthy and happy. That is the reason why I've chosen to eat this way. And the point of this video is not in any way to promote the LCHF lifestyle. I've simply been getting so many requests to do a video like this that I finally caved. Please ignore the drilling in the background. I've been waiting for them to stop, but they haven't, so I'm just gonna try to talk louder and just kind of hoping that you can hear me. So obviously everyone has a right to make their own choices when it comes to what they eat. And the way I've chosen to do things might not be right for everyone. Food, eating, and the choices we make surrounding this can be an extremely sensitive subject. So rude comments will be deleted and trolls will, as usual, be blocked. I also seriously hate the dietary police, and if you're unfamiliar with this, that is people who, without having been asked, try to tell other people how to stick to their diet. Or just make a point of telling them whenever they're breaking their diet. So if I see one single comment telling me that this isn't low carb, or you should be doing this instead, or you shouldn't be doing that, or anything like that, it will be deleted, because you know what? I'm not asking for advice on how to eat. I have decided on this as the way that I eat. I do my own thing, it works for me, and I don't need anyone to tell me how to do things differently. Feel free, however, to share recipes or other fun stuff that has to do with low carb, high fat if you're into that. That's totally fine, but I don't want people pointing fingers, not at me or at anyone else. That was the disclaimer, and I also want to say that if you're triggered by images of food or talking about food, you should stop watching right now. Okay, so let's get on to the actual video now. I start my days off with any of a variation of LCHF breakfasts. One of the classics is something called a fat coffee. And it's basically a cup of coffee, but with extra fat. So I'm adding butter and cream to it. It sounds disgusting to some people, but it is freaking delicious, and it keeps you full until it's time for lunch. I don't really like coffee, but when you have that extra stuff in it, it tastes pretty good. I occasionally also eat a nut bread sandwich, which is basically like a hard bread, but there's no real flour in there. It's made with nuts and seeds. You can make it yourself, or you can buy pre-made ones like the ones that I'm using here. And I'll put butter or cheese on it, some veggies perhaps, and it is delicious, nutritious, and goes well with that coffee. For lunch, I usually eat something that is pre-made from the dinner the night before, like this one, which is kind of a creamy salmon dish. I'll just heat it up, and then I usually eat it in front of the TV or in front of the computer as I work. I know, multitasking, right? So in these dishes, I basically just shove whatever we have that goes well together. And every single item that comes from an animal, like dairy products and such, we always buy them eco-friendly. This is a no carbs company beverage. I don't drink those every single day though, because they're bad for your teeth. If I do want a little snack sometime, I'll have Veggies and Dip. And other things that I use are eggs, creme fraiche, cream, peppers, tomatoes, all kinds of vegetables. I love mushrooms. Real butter, that's important. When it comes to dry products, I keep sunseed flowers handy. They're delicious. And I also like this low-carb granola. Sometimes I make it myself, and sometimes I buy the more expensive pre-made stuff. If I ever want to bake bread, there are low-carb breads that you can buy, like this one that you just mix with water. It's delicious. I do drink a lot of tea also, which is good. And I don't just use butter for cooking, I use olive oil as well. If I ever get a sweet tooth, which happens rarely, I use sweetener instead of sugar because it's more low carb. And I also use a shitload of coconut oil for various things. As a low carber, you don't eat a bunch of fruit, but I do like keeping lemons handy, and to get that extra vitamin C, I take some supplements every now and then. In the freezer, we always keep like spinach, broccoli, bunch of different veggies. We keep vegetarian minced meats like this one, beets, those are delicious, and then different kinds of soy products like these and these. Those are delicious, work just as well as meat. And there's always pieces of fish in there as well. When it comes to dinner, me and Mr. Tez always eat together. Usually at home, but we do love dining out as well. Here are some photos from my Instagram account because I love taking photos of food and beverages, and I love watching photos like this as well. It's such a great inspiration, just like watching photos of fashion or hair or makeup. The same goes for food. And I realized that a video like this only shows a very tiny glimpse of what it is I eat, but I can assure you that even though my diet of choice has its limits, there are a lot of great things that I can eat, and I do get a full nutrition from it. So you guys don't have to worry. And yeah, I'm just enjoying all these tasty things right here. Am I making you hungry? Am I? That's it. Just a peek into some of the things that I may or may not eat during a day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about being ranty in the beginning of this video, but it is a sensitive subject, and I just want to make sure that people behave while talking about this subject. If you guys want me to do cooking with Tez episodes, I mean like actually watching me make a full course or a meal or whatever it may be, would you let me know in the comments below, because that is something that people have been requesting as well, and I've been a little bit unsure on whether I should do that or not as well, just like with this video. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, be nice to each other, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.